Most of you probably know our band leader, Max Weinberg, left our show for a while to go on tour with Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band. It's been great. Well, this past weekend, Bruce and the E Street Band were back in New Jersey to play Giant Stadium. And yeah, everyone loved that show. It was great shows, right? And while Max was back in town, he was nice enough to invite me and our announcer, Joel Goddard, up to his home. I love that that gets a laugh, that Joel might get invited somewhere. He invited us up to his house for a good old-fashioned summer barbecue. Max called us up and said, why don't you guys come up to my house, my place, and we'll have a summer barbecue. And anyway, I took a camera with me, and I took photos, and I took them to the 1-hour photo place this morning, and 7 hours later, I got them back. Do you want to see these, folks? Want to see the photos? This should be... These are good photos. Very good photos. Let's take a look at these right now. Max's summer barbecue photos. These will be fun right here. See that, Jimmy? That tune moved. That, Jimmy, the tune right there. That moved. All right.
The move. I told you, the move.
He's angry. All right. All right. Well, anyway, these are great photos. Max threw the barbecue in the backyard of his palatial summer home, and he's got a gorgeous place. All his money from the late-night show went into buying this place. Joel and I arrived. We were pretty excited. We were very happy to be there. Max said, it's really great to have you guys here. Then he charged us 20 bucks to get in. Joel called Max a cheap bastard. Max said it was his wife's idea to charge us. That's right. Yeah. And she said, don't blame me for this, you cheap bastard. Then Max called her a cheap floozy. That made her boyfriend really mad. So Max apologized to both of them. And then they had sex right in front of Max. Now, what? Okay. I comforted Max. But Joel laughed and said, ha ha, your wife has a boyfriend. Max said, at least I have a wife with a boyfriend instead of a boyfriend with a wife. And Joel started crying. Anyway, to impress us, Max showed us his brand new pool. I pretended it was really nice. But Joel sincerely said, this is the nicest pool I've ever seen in my life. Then Joel got really mad and said to me, why don't you pay me well enough to get a fancy pool like that? To change the subject, I said, who wants to barbecue? Yeah. What happened to me there? Barbecue. I said, we'll need something to start a fire. Joel said, let's burn this magazine that Max was in. And Max said, no, let's burn this magazine that Conan was in. Hey, a cover's a cover. So we burned them both. To speed things up, I added a little gasoline. And that really got the fire going. So I lost a little body hair. So I quickly dunked my head in the pool to cool off. And then I was fine. I'm not going to look that way this whole piece. Anyway, Max said, so what are we going to grill? Joel said, I've got some meat in the trunk of my car. I said, Joel, please tell me that it's animal meat this time. Joel said, define animal. I said, anything that doesn't beg for its life. Then Joel got strangely quiet for a second. To change the subject again, I brought out some frozen burgers. Joel said, you'll need to defrost those. Max said, I've already started. After that, we all lost our appetite. So we just started drinking. After I finished a beer, I crushed the can on my head. Joel said he could do the same thing with a bottle of Jack Daniels. And he jammed it through his skull. I asked Joel if he was okay. But because of his extensive brain damage, all he could do was drool. Max suggested we all take a dip in his pool. Max put on his leopard skin Speedo. I love that crowd reaction. Sorry. Oh! Oh, please. You're loving it. I put on my more traditional suit. That's really what I would wear. And Joel dressed like a mermaid. Oh, God. I don't get paid enough. It was pretty tight in the pool. I said, this water's really cold. Joel said, that's okay, I just warmed it up. Then he said, get it? By peeing in the pool? Max and I jumped out of the pool and screamed at Joel. Joel yelled back, that's the last time I pee in a pool for you guys. Just then, Max's trailer park neighbor came over to complain about the noise Karate Kid star Ralph Macchio. Isn't it great he agreed to help us out? Max said, what are you going to do, Karate Kid? Give us the old wax on, wax off? So Ralph Macchio waxed off Max's face. And it was, and it was easily the best barbecue ever. We had a great time, I'll tell you. Those are some fond memories. Oh. On television. That was a good time.